All right, so I'm done for the day. I'm out of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap my clay for the next day. So I have 2 paper towels that I have gotten wet. One of them is smaller. So what I'm going, and notice they're not dripping. That's because I went like this and I squeezed them as hard as I could until all the extra water had come out. Okay, now I used the roll of paper towels. I did not use the paper towels from my dispenser. So that way I could get a decent amount of paper towels. You do not need a gigantuous amount of paper towels. So here's my extra clay. So what I did was, you can see where I had my scraps from what I cut off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squish them all together really well. Okay, get it ready for next time. Now occasionally I will take this clay back from you and I will just add it to my clay bag, but this is how you can save your clay for the next time. So now I'm just going to roll it up in the paper towel so that way all of the clay is covered, and the wetness from this paper towel is going to help keep it nice and moist for the next time, or wet, so that way it's wet clay, not dry rock hard clay. Okay, so now I'm going to take a longer section of paper towel, okay, and I'm going to wrap my tiles. So now what I'm going to do is, I have 2 different tiles that are different sizes. So I'm going to start with the larger of my tiles, and I'm going to start at the end of my paper towel, and I'm going to lay the tile on top of it. I'm going to bring in that edge, and then I'm going to fold my paper towel on top. And then I'm going to take this next one and I'm going to lay it on top, and I'm going to bring the paper towel back over the top of it. Now I have quite a bit of extra paper towel, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of roll it, because that's going to help keep it nice and moist. If I had more tiles, I would just continue doing that sandwich method. I don't want to put a lot of pressure on them, but I want to make sure that they're all covered. Okay, because if I put too much pressure on them, like if I take my ball of clay here that's extra and I go smash right on top of it, I'm going to put a big old dent in there. Okay, which is another reason why sometimes I take your guys' extra clay. Now I have a plastic bag that I've already written my name on. And what I'm going to do, this is a jumbo plastic bag. You'll have varying plastic bags, varying names on them. You're just going to cross off their name and write yours in a permanent marker. So I'm going to put my tile in the back towards the bottom, and then I'm going to take my extra ball of clay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of wrap this big gigantic bag up. So what I can do is I can tie the handle. Okay? Now I know this is really loud and you might not be able to hear me very well because of the wrinkling of the bag. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie the handles like this. I want to be able to use this bag for the whole entire project. I don't want to have to go and rip it to get it open. Okay, so don't tie it that tight, but I want to make sure that I have the extra air of it. Now I'm just going to kind of squish some of the extra air out, kind of make it a little smaller. So now this, I would carefully pick up like this, so that way I'm not rolling that ball of clay onto my surface that I'm working. And I would go and I would put it in my designated classroom area. Okay, I would try to make sure that maybe my name was showing. This is a rather large bag, so it's a little bit more difficult to try to get my name showing. But I would make sure that my name was easily seen. Some people will write their names on their bag at this stage. I usually try to put my name on my bag before this stage. This is an extra big bag. Some of them are just your standard grocery bags, and so putting your name somewhere towards the bottom, it makes it easier to make sure that we can see your name. But we need to make sure that we can read your name, because then we can easily identify that it is yours. Please do not be the person that goes, I just won't write my name on it and then I'll know it's mine. There's always at least one in every single class. And we do clay with more than one class period. So there's going to be more than one bag without their name on it if you think that that's just how you're going to remember that it's yours, okay? Don't do that. Put your name on it, okay? So you'll put it in your designated area, and then you will clean up your supplies and put them away neatly so that way they're ready for the next class period or the next day.